Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. And the nice guys on business.
It would be well under 100 degrees by the time I was down to the last.
Gotcha.
And for me, no, I don't like it like that. I want it hot. I want it burning my tongue hot the entire time. The entire time.
I don't need you to tell me how fucking good my coffee is, okay? I'm the one who buys it. I know how good it is. I buy the gourmet expensive stuff because when I drink it, I want to taste it. But you know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my kitchen. It's the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I was going to say, because we could talk about Vegas, but is it true that everything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Well, not everything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We could talk about TurnKey, and you know, Tim was there. Tennessee Tim was there while we were there, and we didn't get a chance to connect,
Hold up.
Unfortunately.
Tim was actually in Las Vegas at the same time we were there. We were within miles of him, and we could not seem to make that happen. I was not even aware of that.
Well, I'm not sure when he left. So I arrived on Wednesday. A couple days ahead, and he told me he was at the PPAI conference, I believe, and he was staying at Luxor down kind of other end of the strip. And Wednesday I got in late, my flight was delayed, and then Thursday I got busy with some stuff, and then I'm not sure when he left. So it's possible, Tim, you got to let us know, he may have left before you guys got into town. But he had a lot going on with the conference and everything. You know, when you're working a convention, I mean, you know how that is, right? Have you worked a booth at a convention?
Oh my God, yes. But you know, it really does.
Exhausting, right? Like you're there all day and glad handing and fucking.
And you're always on. You're on all the time
for like 8 hours, and you're standing up, and you get to the end of the day, you're like, "Fuck, I just want to go crash." So I wouldn't doubt that that's where Tim was, and I certainly wouldn't blame him if that's.
Well, if indeed Tim was there and we didn't get a chance to see him, that was our loss for sure. But the other thing is, you know, what's interesting about it is, you know, I've never actually seen you and Tim in the same room at the same time. So it's possible. Maybe could it you be Tim? Is that correct?
It's I would say it's possible, except that you could have looked at pictures of us when we went to. Where the hell did we go? Illinois? When we saw, and it was you, me, and Jenny Bellinger, and
Photoshop.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
possible.
I wasn't there. And you know, there are a lot of cross similarities between the two of you guys. You've both been divorced once.
True.
Okay. I believe that you both have kids.
Yeah, it's true.
Also,
I mean, these things, kids. Yeah,
grown kids. Neither one of you can hold a job.
Damn, wow.
Sorry, Tim.
Then.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know where that came from. Tim actually is probably more solid in his stable in his work environment than any of us.
Yeah, probably true. So, and Jenny and Marcel saw us together too, but you know, you can't believe them. They're not very reliable.
No, I totally can't believe them. She carries a riding crop and has purple hair. How am I supposed to possibly trust that woman?
And he has no hair. So right off the bat, you can't trust him.
Oh, I was talking when I said about the purple hair and the crop. I was talking about Marcel. I wonder how Marcel looks with a purple wig and a riding crop.
That'd be interesting. Anyway, welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner, on the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hey,
back on the other side of the country now. After we were in Vegas together for 3.5 days,
we are fresh back from the road. Is my mic okay? Because I was feeling like I was overmodulating for just a quick second, but not.
Oh, here
terribly.
In this meeting, you're fine. I see that your gain is all the way back right now. I happen to notice on your dial.
Yeah, way
Being the sound
back.
engineer, I notice these sort of detail things.
Yeah. All right. So I want to do a little recap of the trip, if we could, starting with arrival and all of that, and how everybody got delayed, and mostly everybody was delayed, and of course Strickland was already there. And by the time we got there, he was like 3 sheets to the wind. So, had you been drinking before we had even arrived?
No, actually. Well, I don't know. Define before. The same day? No. But the night before? Yeah.
So I wanna maybe just get everybody up to speed with exactly the most expensive meal that either you nor I or you and I have ever had in our entire lives, and that was at Jack Binion's Steakhouse. Can we start with the Seafood Tower? Is it possible?
So yeah, well, here let's start. Everybody got in on Friday, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of spread out. Now, Chelsea and her husband Jason got in. They were on time. They were close to on time, and their flight was like 8:30 in the morning. They actually got in while I was recording a podcast with SWE, so I couldn't even go down and greet them. But as soon as I finished up, I greeted them, and then everybody else, like everybody's flights were shit, but they all made it in.
Well, yeah, we had to brave rock slides and earthquakes in order to get.
And you and JJ drove.
But we arrived 5 hours and 15 minutes into our journey.
And you did not drive the Mustang.
No, God, that would have been horrible. That is, I can drive that car maybe about 20 miles before my back starts to hurt. I don't know how anybody drove those cars in the 60s without everybody having orthopedic problems.
I know, right? You just didn't know any better. You had there was nothing different.
Well, you sit in front of this spear that's ready to impale you with any kind of front end collision. Your kids are jumping in the back seat without seatbelts, of course, and it's all powered by a leaky carburetor that at any moment can ignite into flames. I mean, all of those things. I mean, it leads for a really positive driving experience in the Mustang.
So I know you like to make dated references. I remember one time in high school, I saw a picture. I don't know if it was like an encyclopedia or a book or something, but it was a Ford Pinto.
Oh my God.
With Firestone 500 tires.
Wow, that is really a dated reference.
Well, but what's funny about it, for most of you who probably don't know, Pintos were known at one time for, like, if you get rear-ended, that they could blow up. Yeah. And Firestone 500s were a specific tire that was recalled because the tread could pop off. And I just remember seeing that picture somewhere. And it wasn't like a picture that was talking about that. It was basically like a stock photo of a Pinto. And so it just happened to have Firestone 500s on it.
I started driving in 1980, and I learned to drive on a 1972 Ford Pinto.
Nice.
Because I wanted to learn how to drive in a car that was stick. Yeah. I didn't want to learn in automatic, and that was my choice. I could get this guy, Dave, and Dave had a 72 Pinto, and it was like this burnt umber, orangish kind of color. And it did have that gas tank that sat in between the back seat and the trunk. So if you got rear-ended, there was definitely a sharp instrument or two, along with, I believe they kept flint right by the gas tank. So when the friction causes the flint to ignite, you may as well have a really good, it's like a great customer experience.
And Doug used to keep a case of matches and a case of dynamite, Acme dynamite, in the trunk as well.
Yeah, of course. Wile E. Coyote purchased it for me.
Exactly.
Acme dynamite.
I'm curious how many of our listeners can drive a stick, because I was the same way. I learned on a 76 Toyota Corolla, stick shift 5-speed. I think that was a 4-speed at the time, probably. But yeah, I learned to drive a stick. I can still drive a stick.
My brother had a Toyota Corolla SR5. It was like the sportier version of the Corolla, and it was I think it was a 5-speed. Either a 4-speed, I can't remember if it was a 4-speed or a 5-speed, but he had some really cool cars. He had great cars that were like really sporty, and they were all stick. Anyway, keep going, because I think you were on a really good spot there. You were talking about us all arriving, and I want to get to that dinner, because that dinner was incredible.
So we all get there, and we were hanging out. We were doing some drinking in Jenny and Marcel's room before we went to dinner, and that was nice. And so we go to Jack Binion's Steakhouse, which is at the Horseshoe, Las Vegas, which is formerly Bally's. For those of you who know Vegas geography, there's a horseshoe downtown, but the Bally's Corporation took their name back, and so Caesars changed the Bally's name to Horseshoe, and Horseshoe's I don't know, basically it's Bally's.
Was it an argument over the Bally's man?
There's a Bally's man?
Isn't the Bally's guy the Monopoly guy? Isn't that who he is?
No, I don't.
Okay, never mind. I thought I overheard you having that conversation with somebody, but apparently I was. I mean, from the moment I got there till the moment I left, I believe I was impaired. So it's all good.
So we go to Jack Binion's Steakhouse, and 11 of us. Yeah, there was 11 of us eating dinner. And we're like, what do you want to get? And of course, we said, everybody, whatever you want. Everybody order whatever you want. And so the first thing on there is, for any of you who've been to nice, steakhouses before, there's always on the appetizer menu that fucking seafood tower, right?
And wait, usually there was 2 versions of it, though.
Well, that's it, right? And usually it's like market price, right? Like they won't even tell you how much it is, because it's so. Basically, it should say really fucking expensive. You better check your credit before you order this. And,
if you have to ask, it's too expensive.
Right. And it basically, I think it said, like the one that we ordered, it said, it actually had the price on there, right?
Yeah.
It said 109/199.
Right.
And you get a mix of everything. You get crabs, legs, and oysters and shrimp and all this other shit, right? And but we had 11 people, and I think it was our waiter was Kevin, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Kevin was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna need 2 of those with a."
You're like, need 2 of those.
Okay. I should have looked at the bill, because I don't know did he charge us $400 for because we got one actual.
I should have looked at the
towel.
bill. I couldn't even look at the bill. I was too afraid to look at the bill at the end.
So we got that, and it was pretty fucking delicious.
It was. I took some pictures.
It was really goddamn good.
I took some pictures.
The shrimp was popular, so we ended up getting another shrimp cocktail or 2. And I don't think anybody got salads. Fuck salads.
Wait a minute, but go with the wine. You got to talk about the wine for a second.
So then we're ordering drinks, right? And it's Vegas prices. There's lots of mixed drinks that are like, I don't know, $15, $20 a piece, right? And they got a wine list, and Marcel comes over to me and says, "Hey, we're thinking about ordering a bottle of wine. Would this be okay?" And he pulls up the wine list and he shows me the bottle of wine they want to order, and it's $345. And
Yikes.
I'm like, yeah, I guess that'd be okay. But now, did we end up ordering 2 of those?
No,
Okay,
we
good.
did not order 2 of those.
I wanted to make sure that was okay. I was okay with 1 bottle, and we, I don't want to say we spread it thin. Like everybody that liked wine had a little bit, and I'm not a wine drinker, but I had like a sip. I'm like, I want to taste it. And it was very good.
Yeah, it was very
I
good.
don't know if I'd say $345 good, but it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've spent. Actually, I haven't spent. I've had before a bottle of scotch that was like a $350 bottle of scotch, and it was really pretty fucking good. But yeah, I would take that over the $345 bottle of wine. But hey, to each his own, right?
Well, a $345 bottle of scotch retail is a $1,200 bottle of scotch at a restaurant. And when you order a restaurant, that was probably retail. If you were to go out and buy that, it was probably a $90 or $100 bottle of wine, which is still an expensive fucking bottle of wine.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. That my $350 bottle of scotch, if I had gotten like a shot of that at at
$45, right?
45, maybe closer to 100. It would have been expensive.
Hey,
You're right.
what?
You're absolutely
I'm curious though. Was the pricing of the drinks that came in a box was that any different? Explain that drink. I don't even know what. And there was many of them that kept being carted to the table. How did that work exactly?
So that was the shit. I'm trying to remember the name.
It was an old fashioned, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was a special. It was like the gangster old fashioned, or like the Jack Binion's old fashioned, or something.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's like a very smoky old fashioned, right? But literally, it comes in. You got a video. You should post it up on the Facebook group. Right?
Okay, I
Did you
will.
get a video?
Yes, I did. I have JJ having that drink delivered to her, and then her reaction, and then her wafting in the smoke. Yes,
We're going to put that up on the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, go to niceshortcut.com, answer 2 simple questions, and then we will let you in. Yes, it's a private group, but no, we're not going to kick you out. You just have to answer 2 simple questions. Are you a listener, and are you or have you ever been a communist or a heroin addict? That's it. And by the way, any answer will still get you in. It's niceshortcut.com. So we got a video. It's basically, it gets the presentation was brilliant. It's this presentation in like a glass case, and it's like this smoky, right? They want to get the smoky flavor. Basically, they drop it down and you open the door and the smoke comes wafting out.
It's life's great mystery how the smoke actually gets into it. I can sense like either Cheech or Chong in the back taking a good hit out of a bowl and then just opening the door and blowing it in.
There's like a guy back in the kitchen. Oh yeah, man, they want another one. Hold on, man. Let me light up another blunt, man. Okay, I'm ready.
I believe that's called the old-fashioned sensimilla.
So we ate and we drank and we all had steaks and then we had dessert and we had dessert drinks and it was the largest dinner bill I had ever seen. Yeah.
Well, was it the largest dinner bill you've ever been responsible for? Because you've had to have seen larger dinner bills when we went out to dinner, and there used to be like 15 of us guys that went out to dinner or to Treasures and had their major like lobster tail or steak. It wasn't as expensive as it was at Jack Binion's for us 11.
That's a damn good question. I honestly don't remember when we would go on the 4-star trips what like the most expensive one that we'd had before. I remember in Tampa one time, but that was when we were all putting in ourselves because I remember the end bill was like $150 a guy. And I was thinking, shit, like I didn't need $150 worth of stuff, but whatever. But you're right. Like when we were at Treasures on the 4-star trips and Robert was paying, you know what? He was usually taking care of those. I don't remember seeing the bill, but they were probably comparable.
Yeah, they had to be comparable. All right, so you either do you want to share what the bill was, or do you just kind of want to brush over that? Either way is fine.
To share if you want.
Shock value always works out well for the nice guys. So why don't you go ahead and share what that would be?
Well, and I remember when we did our Tampa trip because we were going down there for a Bucks game, and but that had to be 15 or 20 years ago. So like my, $150 per guy, I was like, fuck, that was a lot of money to me. And let's just say we had 11 people and we averaged more than $150 a guy. The end bill for the 11 of us before tip. Oh yeah. $150 a guy included tip too. So that's actually more. Okay. Before tip, $2,500. For 11 people. So what's that? An average of $235, $240 a person.
And then so it was $2,500, and then with tip it was $2,550, right? That was a good tip.
I took good care of Kevin. It was a $3,000 bill.
Oh my God, Kevin was very happy with us by the time we walked out of there, we walked out of there very happy with the meal. It wasn't like I felt like. I mean, that was. All the way through, it was great service. He did a really good job. I didn't really feel like we were overwhelmed by a staff. It wasn't like French service where they come out and plate the meal at the same time. It was just good service, good food, and great drinks.
It was a very good balance. And I thought there was like a good long break between when we got the appetizers and we got the meal, which under normal circumstances, I might have felt like, look, I know it's like finer, nice dining and there's a break between courses and stuff, but it was a really fucking long time. But we were having so much fun talking and chatting.
Yeah, we were.
I did not feel like it took too long. And I thought Kevin was just all over us just enough without being around too much. I thought it was pretty great. It was really perfect. And the food was fucking ridiculous. It was worth every penny.
Did you notice that we were the last table out of the restaurant?
Yeah, we were definitely the last ones there. And we had 7:30 reservations. I mean, we were there for like 3 hours.
Yeah, Strick says, he goes, like, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do afterwards. And he's like, yeah, we got 7:30. We'll be out of there by like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, you're fucking kidding me? It's Jack Binion Steakhouse.
I was thinking 9:30 maybe, but it was 10:30.
We definitely could have stayed probably another 30 minutes without any problem at all. But we got the sense that they were ready to pack up and go home.
Yeah, and they were not being pushy to get us out, but it was definitely time. It was time to wrap up.
The other thing before we move on to the next activity that we went through was we found out it was amazing. It was very surprising that Kevin had been with the restaurant for 44 fucking years.
44 goddamn years with the same restaurant. Now it had changed names and ownerships many times over the years, but 44 fucking years he's been in Vegas. At that time.
It didn't seem like he was whatever his age is. He did not seem like he was somebody that could have possibly been with the restaurant for 44 years.
No, I thought he would have been like our age, right?
That's
like
what I was
50s?
Thinking too, but he must have been in his early 60s. He must have been in
his 60s, yeah, at least, yeah. That's crazy.
So that was activity number one. So we started off with an activity that was going to be hard to top.
Mm-hmm.
until we got to the next thing.
Well, and then there was one disappointment, and then it was excitement after that.
Right.
In my opinion. So we booked
Yeah.
Camu Karaoke, which is a private karaoke room, right? And
Japanese style karaoke.
What's that, Tiffany? What?
Japanese style.
Yes,
karaoke.
Japanese style. So we go in and we got reservations at 5:00 because I'm thinking that they serve drinks, of course, but they also serve food, like, heavy appetizers and stuff. So I'm thinking we'll just eat dinner there, and then we're going to go to a show after. We got tickets for a show after, and so we get there at 5, and it's dead. I mean, literally nobody in there. And they have like 20 different karaoke rooms.
Right.
And we got one that was a medium-sized room that holds like 15 people. So it's a good-sized room, right?
Yeah.
Because we had like 11 or 12, 13 people. So we get there. Again, it's totally dead. And like the guy walks me in and he's like, okay, he gives me the instructions and he's like, okay, here's the karaoke machine. And if you want to do karaoke, here's the books. You push this button and you turn that button off to turn off the club music, and you punch the numbers in and you do that. But if you want, you can also search YouTube. But if you want to search it by YouTube, you have to search the name of the song and then the word karaoke, but you got to push this button and that button to do that. And here's the mic and here's the volume, and okay, bye. And I'm like, I'm like, dude, you know I'm not a millennial, right? That was fucking complicated, right?
It was complicated.
Why don't you stay and wait and like walk us through it, right? But anyway, he gives us menus too, right? Now, I look at the menus.
He gave us one food menu. I'm like, where's the
15 people, right?
God.
And by the way, the prices for the drinks are Las Vegas Ultra Lounge prices. Now, for those of you not familiar, if there's like bars in Vegas, and then there are what they call ultra lounges. Now, the ultra lounges are typically like they've got a big dance floor and nobody even gets there till 11 o'clock. And drinks are literally $20 to $25, and they do what they call bottle service, where like if you buy a bottle, you can have your own little private table. But here's what bottle service usually means at these ultra lounges. You can get a bottle of like Tito's vodka, or like a nice scotch, like a Dewar's scotch or something, right?
Yeah.
For $400 to $500. Now, this is like a bottle of Tito's that'll cost you $25, or a bottle of Dewar's that'll cost you $30, $25 at the liquor store. They're charging $450 because you get a table and it's private and they bring mixers and shit. Well, so they're trying to push this as an ultra lounge, and we're like, no, fuck that. We're getting regular drinks, okay? And so we get there and we're like, we decide we want, and like you push a button they're not like coming in and checking on you. It's like if you want service, you push a button and they come and get you, right? They come and take the order, and 20 minutes after we ordered, she comes back with a tray full of waters. Like, okay, it took 20 minutes to get a water.
And there's nobody in the club. I mean,
nobody.
It's not like they were busy.
Right. It's not like,
right.
And because we walked out in the hallway again later, I'm thinking, oh yeah, well, it's gotten crowded and they're busy. No, there's fucking nobody else there.
Kitchen was
20
empty.
minutes to bring water. And there was
staff.
another 10 minutes after that before they brought drinks.
Right.
And then of course it was another at least 10 or 20 minutes before they brought food. So the service was fucking horrible. It was absolutely fucking horrible.
But yeah.
And then,
I was just, go ahead.
We ended up having fun. We had a great time. We karaoke. And at the end, the bill comes, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, look, I used to wait tables, right? So I don't stiff people. When it comes to waiting tables, I know it's hard. But you give me shitty service, like I'm going to leave 10 or 15%, right? If you give me really, really shitty service, I'm still probably going to leave 10%, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to leave them 15%. Well, 20% was included on the bill already, and not just 20% added on to the food and drink, 20% onto the room charge, which was $150 an hour. So basically that was $300. We paid $45 tip for the room, and then also 20% tip on the food. It's like, it was a fucking scam. I was very disappointed.
But the highlight of the entire time of the karaoke session, it was the fact that Tammy came. Tammy.
I apologize. When we first started telling the story, I was thinking that, and I completely forgot because I went off on such a tangent of how shitty what they were.
No, it was so great to have Tammy there. And for all of those that live in, around, near, or within proximity of traveling to Las Vegas, you missed it because Tammy was there, and Tammy was the best. She was great. She's a little shy and didn't sing any karaoke. Of course, I had to do my 17, go-to songs now that I have all these go-to songs. Maybe I was just a little too out there. Maybe Tammy wasn't like totally into it because, or wanting to sing because maybe, like how can you top what I was going to do?
You're intimidating. You are definitely intimidating.
Totally. But
for those
Tammy
of you who are not regular listeners, Tammy is a listener. She is a Funkin' fan who listens to the show, and we put out there, hey, we're going to be in Vegas. You should come and join us. And she did, and we're so fucking glad.
It was great. Tammy, you were wonderful. You were a little bit hesitant to even order a drink. I don't know if you thought we were going to be roofing your drink or what. Just a little hesitant to have a drink, anything to eat. And I'm like, Tammy, you're sitting here. Why don't you have a drink? Why don't you have a nosh? Have something to eat. I'm Jewish. I need to feed the world. So, fortunately, she had, I think, maybe one wing or maybe one something, a morsel. She probably got out of it and think, these fucking cheapskates, God, they invite everybody and I show up and then I got to like beg for food and beg for a drink. She's like, I just want, can I have just I would like a wine. I would like a wine. Can I have a wine, please? So I looked at the menu, which was the beginning of the menu thing, because JJ was like, hey, let's just order a bottle of wine. I said, no, we're not ordering a bottle of wine. A bottle of wine was $450.
And it wasn't even, you guys know wine better than me, right? It didn't look like these were like $100 to $150 bottles of wine for $450. These are like $25 fucking over-the-counter bottles that they want $450 for.
Yeah, so Tammy was very nice. I think she got a gin and tonic or a Jack and Ginger or something like that instead, which was very much appreciated.
It's so funny because in situations like that, like a group situation, especially when it's like the company and we're kind of, the machas, and we're got, I'm usually very aware of everyone. Like I want to make sure everybody's taken care of and everybody's happy. And
I was taking care of Tammy. I was taking care of Tammy straight.
And I appreciate that because I was so fucking annoyed with them for the first 30 or 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That I didn't even notice that Tammy was being shy and not ordering. So I appreciate you diving in. And Tammy, I apologize if you felt like I ignored you. I'm usually not like that. I was so fucking annoyed. And then Marcel ended up kind of taking over and running like the songs
that was
and
great.
calling them, which was
really
great because
good. Yeah,
I was fucking annoyed and I didn't want to do it because these guys.
Well, you brought up an interesting point. I forget if it was the day that we were leaving or maybe it was the day before. But when you host an event like this, even though it's an event with only 10 people, but it is 10 people that you kind of deal with on a daily basis in the work environment. And you want to make sure everything is okay. That's just it. You want to make sure, as the leader of this organization, you want to make sure everybody is having a good time. And it's almost like bad service at a karaoke bar is displayed on you. You feel like it's a reflection upon you, or it's totally not, but you feel that way. I get it because I felt like totally responsible, making sure, everybody's got an individual time to meet and chat and talk and get anything that they want to say off of their shoulders.
100%. That's exactly how I was feeling. And by the way, the entire weekend, that was the only time I felt a little weird and uncomfortable. And like everything else I thought was amazing. We went from karaoke to go see Atomic Saloon, which
so
is
good.
a Spiegelworld show. Some of you guys might be familiar with Absinthe, the show in Vegas, because it's been around for 10 years. These are the same guys that did Absinthe. So it's basically like a Wild West theme, and they kind of mix in sort of Cirque du Soleil-ish, sort of acrobatic, fun, silly acts, but it's really raunchy and funny, and it was fucking brilliant.
And Strick, you picked, I could not have imagined picking a better seat than the ones that you picked. We literally were like up on the stage in this little grandstand on the stage, and I was in the front row. Literally every player had to jump over the rail right where I was, and the little trap door for the stage was right above me also. It was just, you picked a great seat. Did you have did you have knowledge or wisdom that you were picking that seat?
It's so funny that you said that because I really kind of I hemmed and hawed over the seat. So the way the show works is there is a small relatively small stage. It's probably like 10 feet deep by 20 feet across, right?
Right.
And so down in front of the stage, there's some tables and some seats and stuff. And then there's some that are further back from there that are like a little further away. And then there's a balcony all facing the stage. But there is kind of behind the stage, there is a couple of like basically, I don't know, 5 or 6 rows of seats. So you're technically looking at the back of the stage, but I knew that they would play to both sides, right?
Yeah, of course.
The tickets that we got, the choices I had were either the ones like down in front center, which were really expensive. And I'm like, we're buying 11 tickets. I'm not going to do that, right? Or up in the balcony, like all the way in the back, or right next to the stage, but on the backside. And I'm like, God, I don't know if we're going to be too uncomfortable and too close for some people. And like, are they really going to play to us? And I was like, no, fuck it. Let's just do it. We're going to do it. And
oh my gosh, I would think that they would be, I would think that they would be the most expensive seats. You're literally right in the middle of all of the action.
Well, you're in the middle, but technically on the backside.
But they
were amazing. I thought
it is technically theater in the round though, because they do have that rotating stage and they know that people are behind there. There's not a lot of people, but let's say that there was, it was rows of 2.
It was 11 of us. And then there was probably 10
another
more,
10, right? So there's like 20 people. Right?
It was not a lot of people behind.
It was great. It was great. I would have handpicked that. I would go back again and pick the same exact seats, no matter if the other ones were more expensive. I thought that we had the best seats in the house.
It was pretty great. And like it was funny too, because before the show starts, we get seated and we see a table on the stage in front of us with a bunch of shot glasses and
my God.
2 bottles of Jameson whiskey.
Right.
And I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should. And they were literally, I could reach over the rail and grab it and pour myself a drink if I wanted to. And I'm like,
right.
I'm gonna pour myself a drink, right? I was like, no, it wasn't that right. So before the show starts, some of the players, some of the actors, they come out and they're kind of wandering around in the audience. And sure enough, they poured us shots and handed us shots before the show started. And we're like, okay, I'll take it.
That was crazy. Of course, I handed my drink off to JJ because I can't do shots.
Well, and on my side, I had Chelsea and Shabade.
Oh, they don't drink.
And they don't drink. So they both handed theirs to me.
Oh,
so
my God.
Oh, darn, I got to have 3 shots. Darn, that's terrible.
All right, so we sat through the show, and the show was amazing. And was that the night that we went to? I can't remember what happened.
Oh yeah, and then after the show, we went to Harrah's Carnival Court and saw the band.
Yeah, right,
the band
amazing
was Mr.
band.
and Mrs. Smith, and it was like it was funny because I think they might have been doing like a bit of a decades thing, right? Like the first set was like late 70s, early 80s mostly. But then the second set was like mid 80s into 90s, right? So I'm wondering if they were kind of getting newer and newer as they went. Oh my God, they were so damn
They were
much
so
fun.
good. Versatile. The guitar player was a monster guitar player. He was really good, really good. You just never think about like just like those lounge players being, you think about tired and older and just not real talented. This was not that at all. This was and this wasn't a lounge. It was kind of like the Carnival Court in between. Was it Link and Harrah's? Is that where it is?
Between Link and Harrah's, and it's basically open. It's outside, but it's
raining.
Covered, and it was raining, which was really kind of cool because like it was covered, but it's sort of like a really old ratty sort of circus tent top. So it had like holes in it. But it was really, oh my God. And flair bartenders, right? Like the bartenders were fucking throwing the bottles around and shit. So damn much fun.
That was good. That was my late night. I believe that was 9:30. I got home that night. That was my late night.
Oh, because that was the other thing. They Atomic Saloon had a 7:00 show and a 9:30 show. And I'm like, oh, fucking 7:00.
Yeah, Doug's
or
not making it
7:30 and 9.
Yeah, Doug's not making it to 9:30 because that would be like he'd be over by 11. He's probably sleeping in the seat. The players aren't loving him at that point. Yeah. Did we do any other activity? Oh yeah, we did the Eiffel Tower
on Sunday.
Oh
we had the Eiffel Tower restaurant. We did brunch on Sunday, which was oh my God, it was delicious.
Party just does not stop when you're with TurnKey. The party does not stop.
If you would like to be treated to a trip like this, you should just apply at TurnKey Podcast. Yeah.
Do we actually are we taking applications?
No,
do we have any openings right now?
For a while we were taking on interns that worked for free. But
We're
we
always
really
doing,
don't.
aren't we always doing that?
Yeah, if somebody wants to work for free, we're down. Although
Well,
everybody that has interned for us and started working for free, we ended up hiring and actually paying at some point.
yeah, but now that you talk about interns, now that Hustler is back in business, I don't think we are taking interns anymore because they're all going over to Hustler Club instead.
Damn. Okay,
And contrary to popular belief, Tammy does not work at the Hustler Club. She just wanted to make sure we were aware of that.
as
Speaking
far
of
as
which,
you know.
as far as I know, exactly. I believe that we do have. Did you share your sound on that? I believe that we.
I actually remembered to share the sound before I shared this.
Now, why do we have VM1 twice on there?
Okay, so the VM1 original, it had like a pretty good gap in here. So Doug is commenting on the visual of the voicemails. There are two different clips.
Oh, I got you. Two clips. It had a good gap. I get it. I get it. What are you
So
gonna?
I've already tweet here. That's what it looks like.
Oh man, that is it. What is it? It looks like somebody either spilled their drink and had to go back to the bar.
Well, we're going to find out in a minute. There's a good 4-second gap in the middle of the recording.
I'm
So
wondering.
I thought, well, maybe I better just cut that out before we.
It's kind of, it's reminiscent of the, I believe it was the 70s and Watergate. There was a gap in the tape. I want to know.
17-minute gap
Is,
in the tape.
is voicemail number one, is it from Nixon? Is it possible is Nixon left a message for us? Only from the afterlife, son.
It would have to be from the grave, but it's possible. Anything's possible.
All right. Well, let's dive in. I don't even want. Because we are obviously we are running long. We have run long for the last 2 weeks that we have been doing episodes. But why don't we play it? And I will not interrupt once we begin. I think we should just play right through voicemail number one.
Oh, I thought you were going to say skip the voicemail from Jared music.
No, I was told.
Oh no, we couldn't do that, right?
Why would I say that? I definitely don't want to do that. We got to give Jared. I mean, isn't that doesn't he have a contract with us? Don't we have to play that?
Are we contractually obligated to play the music now?
I believe we are.
We have to pay a royalty to whoever that shitty band that recorded it was.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, maybe we can get Mr. and Mrs. Smith to record a new version of the voicemail from Jared's song. How cool would that be?
That would be really cool. They were good.
God. Hey, is there anybody out in the Nice Guy community that actually has some talent that would record for us the voicemail from Jared theme song so that we could get, this band, it's played out. I'm pretty sure it's played out.
Yeah. Or maybe they could either do a reimagining of this or write a whole new song. We're open to that too. We're totally open to that.
The reimagining of this song.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you presented that. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get into it. We're gonna go. I'm not gonna interrupt between the
I'm
voicemail.
Just gonna let it run through.
Yes, let's let it go.
Okay.
Unless, of course, I think of something.
In which case, I'm gonna let it run through anyway.
Hey dog, hey Shrek, Jared here. So the episode just finished, and you were talking about the show notes writer and how they said does it need to be 30% more or whatever. But then I'm like, oh, this is great. He's gonna play it. He's gonna play as the Easter egg the ode to the show notes writer.
Oh,
and you missed it, man.
Yeah.
Guys, that was like the perfect episode to end that with.
Yeah.
The Easter egg.
I'm going to put it in.
Anyways, guys, love the show. It was great hearing you guys chatting around and all that fun stuff. I hope you I guess at this point you're listening to it after, so I hope you had a great time in Vegas and hope everything went well. And I better hear about whatever this gift was, because now at this recording where you're listening to this voicemail, you would have already given it. They know what it is, and now you can share. So I want to know what this gift is. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. See ya.
Right. You've been talking the gift up. And
Well,
you
now
now
it's
need
up
to
to
tell our
you.
listeners what the gift is.
No, now it's up to you because now you have received the gift. I don't know if you've used the gift yet, but now that you have it, it's up to you to now display how your feelings. Now I may have played it up a little bit, maybe a little, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
So Doug's gift, it was pretty great and pretty unique. Definitely the kind of thing that I probably would have not seen. I didn't know it existed. I didn't know it existed exactly like this. So what Doug got, the whole team and the spouses, everybody that showed up, it is a coffee mug. Now, it's not like a coffee mug with a Las Vegas logo or something on it. It's actually an electronic coffee mug that keeps your coffee warm. But it's like that on steroids because it's not just like, oh, it's electric, right? And so you put it all, or you put it on the little stand, and when it's on the stand, it keeps it warm. Basically, it has a little stand, yes, that you plug in and keep it warm, but the stand is a charger because the mug itself actually does the warming. So you can pick it up, take it off of the stand, walk around with it for up to 90 minutes. It holds a charge for up to 90 minutes to keep your coffee warm. But there's more. It gets even better. It comes with an app. So you can specifically tell it what temperature you want to keep your coffee at.
Damn, that's
so
fucking
basically,
hot.
if you like your coffee really fucking hot, like all the time, right? You can basically set this to say, I want my coffee kept at a constant temperature of 175 degrees.
No, 140. It doesn't go up that high.
Oh, 140 is as high as it goes?
145. It's an Ember mug. EMBER, ember.com. Use promo code nice guys. No, we don't have any promo code.
Oh, now somebody's going to go to ember.com and they're going to go, what the fuck is this nice guys promo code? What the hell is that?
It's not working. The nice guys promo code's not working.
Yeah, so I don't know what's really hot. I guess 145.
145. Yeah, 145.
But
145.
maybe you don't like it so screaming hot. You like it, you want to let it cool down a little bit, but not get cold, right? You can specifically tell it, you know what? I like keeping my coffee at 130 degrees or 125 degrees. You can set these specific, and if today you want it at 125, but tomorrow you're like, you know what? I want it a little warmer. You just pull the app up on your phone and just tap it right up. Fucking amazing. Pretty great.
It is pretty good. It is pretty good. It was a extremely thought-provoking gift.
And an extremely well thought gift. Doug, I don't think you oversold it at all. I think it's pretty amazing. I love it.
And I'm a guy that gifts is not my love language at all, but I got one because one of JJ's clients had one and was telling me about it. And JJ's like, I'm going to get you this for the holidays. And I'm like, that'd be kind of cool. I really want that. I really want that. And now I very similar to you. The reason I know that it doesn't heat to 175 because generally when Starbucks coffee is served, it's served between 175 and 185 degrees. Somewhere in there is the temperature. Mm-hmm. You can't get a battery that will heat coffee up that hot. I would prefer it hotter than 145. But I'll tell you, if I can have 145 degrees all the way to the bottom of my cup, I'm feeling pretty good. Because with my Bodum double-walled mugs, which is generally what I used to use to drink my coffee, it would be well under 100 degrees by the time I was down to the last. Gotcha. And for me, no, I don't like it like that. I want it hot. I want it burning my tongue hot the entire time. The entire time.
For those of you who don't know what Jared was talking about with the show notes music, I'm going to put that on as an Easter egg on this episode. Jared recorded an amazing, again, we'll date ourselves a little bit. This was the 80s, at least, not the 70s. Bud Light's Real Men of Genius. Maybe it came out in the 90s. I don't remember. They had a great series of ads. It was Real Men of Genius. And Jared did one for our show notes writer. I'm going to put that on as an Easter egg.
Okay. And maybe next time we invite Jared also, because Jared, that would make a lot of sense. Jared is actually a part, almost as much as a part of the show as we are.
Jared, unfortunately, okay, so the good news is we definitely want to do this again. It was great. We had a great time. We love having our team together. But it's probably going to be another year. I'm thinking we'll do this annually, but I think that's a great idea. Jared, you're like basically the honorary part of our team. You're in.
He's in. Yeah, we give them a deep discount.
We'll
figure it out.
All right, we got 2 more voicemails, and I have a feeling, I think at least one of them is not from Jared.
Oh, interesting. All right, well, hit voicemail number 2. I really do have only 3 minutes before I have to go, but I'm willing to sit beyond the 3 minutes because I know that these are going to be jam-packed, great voicemails.
So we'll wrap it up right after the voicemails.
Okay.
First of all, it took me forever to figure out how to call in and leave you guys a voicemail. And I'm not sure if you say it in your intro or your outro, but I had to Google it. It was a real effort, and I feel like that should get some sort of points or A for effort or something right there. Secondly, I hope you guys are having fun in Vegas. I just finished your podcast episode, and I hope that my pal Bonner found himself a date. And third, I would just have to agree with Jared in his message that he left last week that Emily Aborn, she really was a great guest, and you probably should have her back at least once a month. Just kidding. This is Emily. You probably already figured that out. I'm really trying to get that voicemail theme music to include my name and Erica's name as well as Jared's name. So
interesting.
Start somewhere. Total side note, I've also been listening to some of JJ's podcasts and absolutely loving them. So if you want to
the only real podcaster.
To her. And I think that's it. I know that this was not nearly as topic provoking of a voicemail as Jared's are, but like I said, I needed to start somewhere. All right. Hope you guys have a great time recording the rest of your episode, and that's all I got.
Hey, wait,
Emily, that was so sweet.
That was really cool. Now, I don't recall that it's so challenging. Don't we say call 4242 DJ Doug almost every episode?
Yeah, but probably we bury it in the middle of the episode. We should put it on the website. And I've heard something about the outgoing message is not very clear. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Can
I haven't checked. I don't even know. I have. Well, if somebody's listening to the outgoing message, they've figured out what the number is at this point.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But is that your main? But that's your main cell phone number. So we can't record a message that's specific to Nice Guys on Business Hours.
No, I don't have it forwarded to my cell phone anymore. I just have it go into Google Hell, and it just
immediately.
there.
So we could record anything we want as an outgoing message.
Yeah, totally. We could make anything we want. But like I said, by the time somebody hears the outgoing message, they have fucking figured out what the number is. So that's not good. But you know what? Maybe we should have Steve O'Brien just record a bumper of, hey, if you want to get in touch with the Nice Guys, and who the hell would want to do that? But if you do want to get in touch with the Nice Guys, it's 4242 DJ Doug. For all you Nimrods out there, that's 1-800, or whatever, whatever it is.
And if you can figure out how to have an outgoing message on the voicemail, we could have Steve-O record that too. Hey, thanks for calling 4242 DJ Doug. I know you're really calling just because you want to hear the dulcet tones of my voice. There's no way that you're calling because you want to talk to the Nice Guys on Business. But hey, you know what? Whatever the fuck you want to do.
We will figure out how to make that happen. If you get Steve-O to record that, I will figure out how to get that on the outbound or outgoing voicemail.
I'm making a note right now while we listen to this third voicemail. But Emily, we appreciate it. We definitely want to have Emily back on at least once a month. She was super entertaining.
Love you, Emily.
Talking about that. And yeah, I love it. Okay, one more voicemail. Ready?
One more.
Okay.
Hello, Strickland and Doug. This is Tammy from Las Vegas. Thank you so much for allowing me to crash your karaoke party.
You're welcome.
Cocktails and snacks and songs, oh my. You truly walk the talk of being nice guys. Definitely worth a trip to the Strip to meet you and your team. Just a note to set the record straight. I've never worked at nor visited the Hustler Club, but I did attend UNLV with a gal who paid her way through college by working as a dancer. Thanks again, and let me know when you're back in town.
Nice. So again, just to clarify, Tammy, as far as we know, allegedly is not a stripper, has never worked at the Hustler Club. But it is interesting because if I remember correctly, she said she actually grew up in Vegas, which is kind of unusual. So many people are like, oh yeah, I moved here in 2015 and never left or whatever. But I think a requirement, if you're somebody who actually grew up in Vegas, you have to know some strippers.
I think she said that she is actually second generation Las Vegas. I think her parents are from Las Vegas also, or moved to Las Vegas, and she was born and raised there her entire life.
That's amazing.
Which is probably why it's really hard to get anybody that lives there to go to the Strip. They probably are
Oh my
so
God, they avoid
sick
the
of people
Strip
coming
like
in
the
town and
plague.
like, hey, can you take me to the casino? It's like, fuck it. I don't want to do that. Tammy,
And
thank
Emily,
you.
no, I didn't find a date, by the way. I did not get it.
Well, you actually did, because Alex Axelrod, who was there as your guest, he took your ticket. I took a picture of Alex and you. You didn't see because I leaned over the balcony to take the photo of you guys sitting not next to each other, but close to each other. I drew 2 arrows down and I sent the message to Sean Carpenter, who said, "I'm curious who Strickland's date was at the show." He said, "I'll give you bonus points if in the photo that you take of Strickland and his date that you include a picture of the pimp that she came with."
Nice.
But fortunately did not have the capacity to do that because Strick brought a guy.
The extra show ticket did not go to waste, but I didn't technically have a date. So that's okay.
All right, we got to head out of here because I got to go do dinner. But let's come back and do it all again next week. Thanks, guys, for seeing you. Thanks for seeing you. Thanks for being here.
Being here.
Yeah. Okay. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the nice guys on business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Because it's such a fine line between stupid and clever.
The Nice Guys on Business presents Real Misfits of Genius. Real Misfits of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. or Ms. Show Notes Writer. Mr. or Mrs. Show Notes Writer. Never has one person done so much with so little. Shit shows don't give you much to work with. From one host not listening to the other, to the clinking of ice cubes in an empty glass of Fireball. Oh, I need my Fireball. If it wasn't for you, the only entertainment we would get from these guys would be Steve O'Brien. And of course, voicemail from Jared. Not really Jared, just his theme song. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh poet of the show notes, because when it comes to making these guys look good, no one does it better.
That's right. That's how the pros do it, Strickland fucking Bonner.